AMEENA is constantly working to help people exercise formal social control and respond in a non-violent ways to the issues that affect them. So please help me welcome to the stage AMEENA Matthews.
You did good. Thanks, Jarquim. Wow, New Bedford. Good morning, New Bedford. Good morning, New Bedford High School in the house, right? That's what's up. Thank you guys so very much. First of all, I would love to as I'm standing here, give thanks to my Creator, who I call Allah God, that I made it here safely to see my family here. Give love and shout outs to my family. Today is the Hajj Eid, and they're celebrating at home. And to the Marian Institution, to have thoughts so crazy in their mind that they wanted to have me come and speak before you guys. So I thank you guys so very much for the hospitality, for the love that you all have showed me, good energy, and the warmness that I feel from my heart to each and every one of you all's heart. Jarquim just asked you guys, right? He said, close your eyes. And he said, picture someone that you love very much, that you've lost possibly to violence. So I'm gonna show you guys just a little bit, a clip about what does happen when one of our young guys fallen to the streets of Chicago to handgun violence of petty disputes. Here's a clip of the things that we do. Our mosque is holding a prayer visual for a kid shot sitting in front of his home just listening to the radio. Corey definitely wasn't in a gang, and he was loved by his block. When rage sets in, when ego sets in, when a Hennessy sets in, I'm gonna walk down here to where Corey's friends are. You stay right here. These young guys say, let's go get who we think did it. I'm hearing 20 different things why that brother got changed. And all of it is stupid. All of it is stupid. 2 o'clock in the afternoon when these babies coming home from school, y'all shooting. For real. This is unacceptable for me to be holding this boy, this young man's obituary. Schools, churches, your mama's house, your cars, those are safe zones. And when I was about your age, I was making some real stupid decisions and some stupid calls that was causing me, my life, blood on my hands, in my head. Stop. Who does this baby belong to? Who does this little shorty belong to? He just hanging around y'all? He just hang, he just hanging around y'all, right? So he see everything that you all do, right? So if this brother right here catch a case and do 100 years, whose fault is it? It's his fault? Teach him righteous. Y'all got it? Y'all got it? Yeah. You got it? Yeah. All right. I'm looking to you. So that was just a small piece of what goes on, not just in Chicago, man. I'm not about to say that, you know, right now we're leading our nation in violence, but all over the nation there is violence. There is violence, and the violence is something that I strongly feel can be stopped. I swear to God, I believe it. I believe it. Like programs that the Marian Institution has for young men and women to express themselves. See, it's not like how it was, and I'll talk about AMEENA. I know you guys probably want to know about how AMEENA with this scarf, this gold tooth, and all of this hot mess was able to be here in front of you guys. I explained that. But one thing that we have to understand, and I'm talking to, for 1 second, I'm talking to my mothers, my fathers, my grandmothers, my grandfathers, 60s and early 80s. Those are the people that I'm talking to, right about now, just 1 second. It's not how it was when you all were raising us. Do as I say and not as I do. Don't ask no questions, just do what I tell you to do. See, a lot of different elements came in parts of that, which you pull me over to the side and I'll tell you my personal things on why I think that our children feel like, because those are kids. Those are babies. I got a 24-year-old at home. I got a 14-year-old at home, and I got an 11-year-old at home. And when you all pull me over to the side, I will tell you right now, I don't believe, and like I was saying downstairs to some brothers and sisters, I don't believe in go to your room. That's my room that I let you use while you're here until you get on your own. So I believe in discipline. Because if we don't, as we see today, the city of Chicago, penitentiaries, Rhode Island, New Bedford, New York, all the penitentiaries are full of our young men and young women. So I'm talking to the families of, that was in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. These young guys and girls they haven't lost hope. They still have. They just want to be understood that it may not be a factory job that they want. It may not be doctor or lawyership that they want, but they do want to express themselves. So I commend the Marian Institution for a lot of programs that they have. So now that I got that out the way, so you guys hear me clearly, ma, grandma, great-grandma, auntie, grab one of the shorties and let them know that you love them dearly and that it's okay for them to express themselves. So as Jay was talking, I got to come close over here because I think I got a time zone over here that I have to be with you guys. It's not up. So that means that we got all the time until lunch. So he said he's the timekeeper. So when he's like that, that means I got to run or he'll come with his hook and dance me off the stage. So 2006, I was blessed to have an opportunity to work with Ceasefire. How I got at Ceasefire was that back in the day, which I had a day, I had a heyday and a wing-ding doodle baddie day. I was a bad girl. I was a bad girl. I'm a bad girl now, but I was a real bad girl back then. But back then, we family, right? We family, right? So we're going to keep it 100, right? 150. So in all cities, we all know that there is some form of, because these lights are a little bit bright, it's some form of organized to keep the city running the way that it's supposed to run, right? Fish, liquor, gambling, different things like that. So I was raised in those days as I was talking to my mothers and my grandmothers and my great-grandmothers. They was raised back in those days. So since whatever happened, the people that was a part of that, they're no longer here. So now they'll organize to keep liquor, meats, foods together It's gone. So now there's no leadership with our young guys and girls all over the nation. That's just the reality of it, if you ask my opinion right now. So one of the guys that when I was a baddie girl, and I used to hustle with, and we had morals. I never did hustle and sell drugs to a pregnant woman. I know it's maybe crazy, as in that was my rationalizing and justifying. I never sold drugs to a pregnant woman. I never took somebody's money that I knew had more than 3 kids at home. You do that somewhere else, go take care of your children. That was my thing, right? So the guys that I used to hustle with, which I was the only girl, and I had some other girls that was, you know, beside me working, but I was with the guys that was making some serious calls and moves. He went to jail. Our regime fell. And left me, I knew nothing, no education. All I knew was about hustling. But I knew at the end of the day, when I looked in front of me, I had Stanton. He's 24 now. And by me being the second oldest daughter to this young man named Jeff Ford, you guys can Google him. Jeffort is his last name. Was my last name, maiden name. I did not want my reality to be my son's reality. My dad is still currently in the federal penitentiary in Florence, Colorado. Not because he's such a bad dude, it's because he was such a powerful organizer and he knew how to move the crowd. My dad's a good man. So when the brother that I hustled with got out of jail, he got a job at Ceasefire. And then I moved back to Chicago with my family. And it was a fight. Who's ever been to Chicago? That's what I'm talking about. Chi-town in the house. So who's ever been on the south side of Chicago? Okay, all right. Well, what's up, family? I'm from the south side. So it was a conflict between this guy, and follow me clearly before he hooks me off the stage. I'm going to tell you how I got there. This brother went to a high school called Leo High School, which was it's an all-boy high school. And it sits in the middle of an area called Auburn Gresham, which is one of the busiest transit areas. You can get to downtown, you can get east, south, west from this particular area. This young man was going to school there, and so was his brother, but his brother was mentally challenged. And there was bullies in that school. And those bullies took his brother's shoes and beat his brother up. So he fought those bullies for his brother. Pulled me over to the side and asked me personally, do I think that that was a good idea? I have a daughter that has cerebral palsy, okay? So they kicked him out of school. They expelled him for fighting. They kept fighting his brother. They kept teasing his brother. His mother called T.O. Hardeman, the director of Ceasefire, Illinois, and said, my son is in my bedroom loading up a semi-automatic, and he's on his way to Leo High School. So James Highsmith, dude that I used to hustle with, he called my phone. Now see, we gotta understand that violence is a learned behavior. Out there in the street, we learn a lot of things. So I was married with children, and I see his name pop up on my phone. My stomach get to flipping, because it's my dude. Ride or die. You know what I mean? I still feel that way. There's a certain type of loyalty that I have, and he has toward me, to each other, because of the streets. But I knew I'm married, children. Phone rang, the last ring, I picked it up. He said, baby girl, I need your help. I said, you need my help? What's up? You know the first thing I thought, y'all, from the streets. Y'all know what I thought he wanted. He just got out of penitentiary. I didn't know he was working at Ceasefire. I thought he wanted me to come back and do what we know how to do best, to get some money.
And that wasn't the case. He said mother called Tio, and this guy at 2:30 is when kids, all the schools in Chicago let out at 2:30, 2:45. There's parents coming home from school, teachers are moving, it's busy in that area. Ameena, I need your help. Now mind you, I have my babies. So when he said to me, and knowing this brother for over 30 years, and he said to me, Ameena, I need your help. And the way that he said it to me, I told my husband, I said, look, get the kids from school, because we got an agreement. I have a husband and I love him dearly and we have a business relationship. He gets the kids to school, I get them home from school. I said, babe, I need you to get the kids. I'll tell you about it later. Because my husband did not come up in the life that I come up in. He's understanding slowly but surely, and he's worked with me and because I was damaged goods when I got my husband. So he didn't know what I was talking about. He wouldn't have known. So I didn't explain to him until I got back. So I wrote down on dude, and at the time I had a Nissan Quest. You know, you can pop the buttons and the doors open up. See, looking at his clock. You all tell him don't look at his clock no more because I got something to tell you all. So I popped it, but I had some brothers, I had some guys in the car with me. One may weigh about 180, the other one was 250. I could have chose a little bit lighter weight, but I knew that these guys knew this little brother. So when we rolled down on him and popped the door, he saw the guys in the car and I was driving. So he said, he stopped running. Then he called one of the guys back and said, what do you want? Why do you have Chief's daughter in the car with you? What's going on? So he thought that we was coming to hit him. We wasn't coming to kill the little boy. I wanted to come and talk to him. So he said, okay, fine. I'll meet you in 30 minutes. So I took him to go get something to eat, and we started talking. And after I told him to speak clearly to me as an adult, have respect as an adult, respect his mother and me, he started articulating himself like he was a freshman in college. Blew my mind. I said, if you was ever in dream mode, where would you ever want to be? When you're riding on the bus and you're looking at the cars, because back in my day, we used to say, my dibs, you know, like the Benzes. My grandmother had a little Zephyr, and when I grew up, I wanted to have that house and that car and this, so we would say, my dibs. So I asked the young man, I said, when you're in dream mode, what do you ever dream about? That cat said to me, I want to go to a historical black college. I said, really? He said, yes, ma'am. So I said to him, we didn't talk about why you going to shoot, why you going to do, why you doing it. That wasn't important right now. I got him to chill. He didn't shoot then. I got him off location. So that was my bargaining. If I take you to an historical black college, would you stand down? He said, yeah, man, right. Why would you want to take me anywhere? You deserve it. This is exactly what this young man said to me. You deserve it. He said, Ameena, you know what? Yeah, I do it. I stand down, but you got to get the other people. I said, cool, I got them, no problem. The next weekend, I pulled up and I said, come on, let's go. Well, I called him first, told his mom, you know, we went through protocol, asked his mom, is that okay? She was kind of afraid to let him go because she had a mentally challenged son at home, kind of throw fits sometimes, and Jamal would help her. I took him to the historical black college. I called my boys down there. I said, look, and have a couple of cutie pies too, because, you know, that's a little wager for a young guy to want to stay in school a little bit, you know. So we went down there, and he saw the cues or whatever they do and all of that, you know. And he tested, and at that time, they had dual enrollment testing. See, all these guys need is just a chance and exposure, you guys. At that time, he got kicked out of school, so dual enrollment mean I got you. I'm about to wrap this up. He said the dual enrollment is that you can take your GED, high school diploma, or a college placement, dual enrollment. So for him, he wanted to take his high school diploma. He didn't want a GED. So I gave him a chance. We stayed the weekend. He tested. By the time we got back to Chicago, they called me. We left Sunday night, early Monday morning. They said, this dude is brilliant. He missed one on his high school diploma test and nothing on his college placement. We want him. We got to have him. You tell him we'll give him a 4-year ride. I said, hold on. I click over. But wait a minute. Let's talk about the mindset of violence and how fear sets in when these guys are out there and they get a taste of what's going on, you know, and that's why you got to be patient with them. I went to his mom's house. No, I didn't. I did a 3-way. I said, I need to talk to you. He's going to get a 4-year scholarship. They was quiet on the phone. They didn't say nothing. So I rolled down and I went to go talk to him. And I seen at the very moment of talking about getting off the block, how scared his mother was and how scared he was to get off the block just for a chance, man. So he talked himself in and then he talked himself out. I said, okay, look, this is what we're going to do. 30 days. 30 days. You stay 30 days, see how it is. Remember, I still got the little cutie pies on him because he's a nice looking dude. I said 30 days, you stay there, we're going to move your moms down. You stay there, we're going to find a place for your brother. You stay there 30 days, give me 30 days. See, because 30 days can detox a whole bunch of stuff, right? Purification. He gave me 30 days. We ended up moving his mother. We ended up moving his little brother. His little brother got the help that he needed for autism. He graduated a 1.5 years ago from Morehouse College, top honors, criminal law degree. That's only on my volunteer work. Volunteering. I volunteered that with a team of Ceasefire Illinois. So I tell that story to you guys because all a chump need is just some time and some exposure. That's all. That's it. I am so grateful to be here. And I'll talk about lunch. We see each other around. I'll talk about my dad. I'll talk about the kids. I'll talk about, you know, hey, you all are parents, so I ain't even got to talk about the kids. You know what I'm dealing with. Rashida, 11 years old, and she give me a what for, and that's the one with cerebral palsy that was not supposed to walk, talk, in a wheelchair. She's walking, she's talking, she's in the 6th grade, and she is her mother's child. She goes in very hard. They know exactly what I do and why I do it. For the reasons of, and I've been very blessed, you guys, and it feels good. I've grown up in the south side of Chicago in the ghetto. My dear raised me. I'm done. My dear raised me. My mother was 16 when she had me, man. My dear was a young grandmother, and she could have put me in the system. But my dear never let me go. My dear taught me, regardless what I saw her do, she taught me, and regardless what I ended up doing, it was still embedded in me to be a good person, to have a good, see, when you have a good heart, nothing that you do and where you go can ever change that because it's a good heart. So what I'm asking you guys, and I challenge you guys, I'm not saying go out there like I do. But what I'm saying, each and every one of you all, my name is AMEENA. My name is AMEENA Matthewes. AMEENA means patient and trustworthy. I'm working on the patience part. I got the trustworthy part, 2 thumbs up. Nur means light. I'm very clear on what my purpose is. This is not a job for me. Coming here to talk to you all about our youth, our future, the ones that's going to determine if we get Social Security or not, because they got to be of sound mind to go decide on who's the right person to lead our country or our city or our state. So I have to say to you guys, my attribute is my purpose and the things that I do in the city of Chicago and around this world. Each and every one of you all have attributes, and I challenge you to your attribute. I'm not saying to be taken advantage of, but I'm saying to grab one of them young guys, or donate some clothes out your closet, or make sure that one's is successfully getting back and forth to school. Make sure in that dream, see my children and my Rashida, I want them to live their dreams. I want them to go to school to be informed. Not to be brainwashed, but to be informed, because I'm in her ear and her head, and Malik's ear and head all the time. But to be informed. And that is our responsibility, to inform the Rashidas and the Maliks all over this United States, all over this world. My name is AMEENA Matthews, you guys. I swear by Allah, I'm so grateful to be here. Thank you guys for your time. Thank you guys for your hospitality. The community needs you guys. Right now, you guys are in a good position. Right now, you guys are in a good position. You're being very proactive. You're being very proactive. Right now, you all are in a good position. You're being very proactive, where you can help some brothers and sisters that I just seen come in from high school and first year in college. You all are in a very good position where you won't be number one in the crime zone. You all are in a very good position. Continue, I can't tell you, because you all are doing good. Continue doing what you're doing. Thank you guys so much. I'm gonna be real honest with you all, because see, we real talking up in here, because Duke is real laying right in front of us.
A man was murdered overnight on Chicago's South Side. Police say it happened execution style.
I'm fed up.
124 people have been killed.
Each and every one of you all can be due right here.
There are 3 bullet holes in his home fired by...
We got a responsibility to bring up our community to be vibrant.
A girl died last Friday, shot in the back as he tried to shoot.
My brothers, cease the fire, call the truth.
The Violence and the Wealthies had one goal in mind: to save a life. And we need people to step up this table and go over and beyond.
Man, we got over 500 years of prison time at this table. That's a lot of wisdom.
If I fall short.
Half of my life, I was in prison. That's why I do what I do now. I think I just stay busy, just try to forget about some of the things that I've done.
If your expectations...
I used to be in jails, kicking off rides and just gangbanging.
Let's just correct this. Let's just be a family.
There's always tomorrow.
AMEENA Matthew's father was one of the biggest gang leaders in the history of Chicago. She gets in where a lot of guys can't get in.
Schools, churches, your mama's house, your cars, those are safe zones.
Hang in there, baby. Sooner or later, I'll get it.
How can you help me? Right now. How can you help me?
Please don't give up on me.
And I thank God that you have changed your life, but you just don't know what they have did to me and my kids. I deal with this every day of my life.
I know it's late.
Can't know anybody come in and tell a guy to put his gun down. We've been taught violence. Violence is learned behavior.
If they have a strong person that's lived that life, I think they could be saved.
Whatever you do, we're gonna make it. We'll make it.
Do you want to be loved? Absolutely. Do you deserve to be loved? No. Absolutely.
We're sick and tired of our babies being killed. We can't be quiet no more.
we still look out for one another. To me, it's like there's still some hope left.
Don't give up on me.